Emily is lining up the shot. 1,200 meters. Her spotter is telling her it's impossible. The wind is wrong. The angle is too steep. The target is too small. Ghost, we need to call it. It's not happening. But Emily doesn't move. She's looking through her scope. Right eye closed. Left eye, her good eye, pressed against the scope. Except her right eye isn't just closed. It's glass. Has been for 21 years. Childhood accident. Firework. Lost her right eye at age 7. Got a prosthetic. Learned to live with it. And somehow, impossibly, became a Marine sniper. 89 confirmed kills. Best in the battalion. And nobody knows. Nobody suspects. Because who would believe that a sniper with one eye could be better than snipers with two? Emily breathes out. Squeezes the trigger. The Taliban commander drops. Shot through the head. 1,200 meters. Impossible. Except for a woman who learned to see differently when she lost half her sight. Helmand Province, Afghanistan. September 2014. Forward Operating Base Jackson. Sergeant Emily Harper was 28 years old. Marine Corps Scout Sniper. Call sign, Ghost. 2 deployments. 89 confirmed kills. The highest count in the battalion. The best sniper most of these Marines had ever worked with. And they didn't believe a single word of it. No offense, Ghost, Corporal Jake Martinez said for the 100th time, but 89? Come on. That's Chris Kyle numbers. That's legend stuff. You're good, but... He didn't finish. Didn't need to. The implication was clear. You're a woman. Women don't get 89 confirmed kills. Women don't become legendary snipers. The numbers must be wrong. Padded. Exaggerated. Mistakes in the paperwork. Emily didn't respond. She never did. 2 years of this. 2 years of doubt. Questions. Jokes. Harassment. Not from everyone. Captain Rodriguez believed her. So did her spotter, Staff Sergeant Williams. But most of the platoon? They thought she was lying. Or lucky. Or getting credit for other people's kills. Because in their minds, women couldn't be that good. Not at this. Not at the one thing that required cold precision and zero emotion. Not at killing. What they didn't know, what nobody knew, was that Emily Harper had been defying expectations her entire life. Since she was 7 years old. Since the day a firework took her right eye and everyone told her she'd never be normal again. Never play sports. Never drive. Never serve in the military. Definitely never become a sniper. But Emily had a gift for proving people wrong. July 4th, 1993. Phoenix, Arizona. Emily was 7. Her older brother Jake was 14. He was lighting bottle rockets in the driveway. Emily was holding a sparkler. Watching. Excited. It was her first 4th of July where she was old enough to stay up for fireworks. Jake lit a bottle rocket. It launched. Then something went wrong. The rocket tipped. Flew sideways. Straight at Emily. She didn't have time to move. It hit her in the face. Right eye. Direct impact. The explosion was small. But at point-blank range to a 7-year-old's eye? Devastating. Emily remembered screaming. Blood. Her mother running. The hospital. The doctors. The surgeries. They saved her life. Saved most of her face. But the eye was gone. Ruptured. Unsalvageable. They removed it. Gave her a prosthetic. A glass eye. Perfectly matched to her left eye. Blow. Realistic. Nobody would know unless they looked close. Unless she told them. And Emily learned very quickly not to tell people. Because the moment they knew, they treated her differently. Fragile. Limited. Disabled. Poor girl with one eye. Can't do what normal kids do. Can't play sports. Can't drive. Can't have a normal life. But Emily's father was a Marine. Gunnery Sergeant Tom Harper. 3 deployments. Purple Heart. And he refused to let his daughter become a victim. You've got one eye, he told her when she came home from the hospital. So what? You've got one brain too. And 2 hands. And 2 legs. You're not broken, Em. You're just different. Different isn't weaker. Sometimes it's stronger. He taught her to shoot when she was 8. Started with a BB gun. Then a .22. By age 12, Emily could outshoot her brother. By 15 she was competing. Winning. Nobody knew she had a glass eye. She never told them. Just let her scores speak. The thing about losing one eye is you lose depth perception. That's what the doctors said. That's what everyone assumed would stop Emily from shooting. But Emily learned to compensate. She learned to judge distance differently. Using size. Shadows. Context. She learned to read wind better because she couldn't rely on stereoscopic vision. She learned patience. Stillness. Focus. Because with one eye, she couldn't afford distractions. She had to see what mattered. Not everything, just what mattered. And somehow that made her better. Emily joined the Marines at 18. Her father was proud. Her mother was terrified. The recruiter asked about medical history. Emily didn't mention the eye. Why would she? It was a prosthetic. Perfect match. Nobody could tell. She passed the physical. Passed boot camp. Volunteered for infantry. Then scout sniper school. The hardest training in the Marine Corps. Washout rate over 70%. And Emily Harper, 5'6", 120 pounds, shooting with one eye, graduated top of her class. Her instructors never knew. Her classmates never suspected. Emily was careful. She shot left-handed. Kept her right eye closed. Made it look natural. And she was good. Better than good. Perfect scores. Every time. They called her Ghost. Because she was invisible. Silent. Deadly. And because nobody ever saw her coming. First deployment. Afghanistan. 2012. Emily's platoon was skeptical. Female sniper. First one most of them had worked with. They gave her a chance. Mostly because Captain Rodriguez insisted. And Emily delivered. 47 confirmed kills in 7 months. Clean shots. Long range. High pressure. She saved lives. Took out threats. Did her job perfectly. But instead of earning respect, she earned suspicion. 47 kills? In 7 months? The math didn't add up. Not for a woman. Not for someone so small. So quiet. So normal looking. There must be a mistake. The numbers must be wrong. Emily heard the whispers. Ignored them. Focused on the mission. But it hurt. Every doubt. Every joke. Every time someone questioned her record, they were questioning her. Her skill. Her worth. Her right to be there. And she couldn't defend herself. Because the moment she revealed the glass eye, everything would change. They'd question every shot. Every kill. Claim she was faking. Or worse, claim she was dangerous. Unfit for duty. Medical discharge. End of career. So Emily stayed quiet. Let them doubt. And kept shooting. Second deployment. 2014. Same platoon. Same doubts. Except now Emily had 47 confirmed kills on her record. And over the next 6 months she added 42 more. Each one documented. Verified. Witnessed. 89 total. The highest in the battalion. Higher than most snipers achieved in entire careers. And the platoon still didn't believe her. Martinez was the loudest. Nobody gets 89 kills in 2 deployments. Nobody. Especially not. He didn't say it. Didn't have to. Especially not a woman. Emily's spotter, Staff Sergeant Williams, defended her. I've been there for every single shot. I verified every kill. Ghost is legit. You're just pissed she's better than you. But it didn't matter. The doubt was like poison. It spread. Infected the platoon. Created tension. Martinez started checking Emily's gear. Questioning her range estimates. Second-guessing her shots. Making her job harder. Making her prove herself over and over. And Emily took it. Because what choice did she have? Reveal the glass eye and end her career? Or keep shooting and hope eventually they'd believe? Then came the mission that changed everything. September 15, 2014. Routine patrol turned ambush. 20 Marines pinned down in a valley. Taliban fighters on the ridges. Heavy fire. Casualties mounting. The platoon called for sniper support. Emily and Williams moved into position. Started taking targets. Emily dropped 3 fighters in 4 minutes. Clean shots. 600 meters. But the Taliban kept coming. And then they saw him. Taliban commander. On the highest ridge. 1,200 meters away. Calling in reinforcements on a radio. Ghost, you see him? Williams was looking through the spotting scope. Emily was already locked on. 1,200 meters. That's 3/4 of a mile. At that range, wind is everything. Temperature. Humidity. Angle. Rotation of the earth. A million variables. Emily calculated. Adjusted. Fired. Missed. The round hit 2 feet left. The commander moved. Found cover. Damn, Williams muttered. Wind shifted. Emily reloaded. Tried again. Missed. 3 feet right this time. The commander was on the radio. More Taliban were coming. If they didn't take him out now, the platoon was dead. Martinez's voice came over the radio. Ghost, if you can't make the shot, say so. We'll call in air support. Emily didn't respond. She was watching. Waiting. The wind was gusting. Inconsistent. Impossible to predict. Every sniper in the battalion would miss this shot. She'd already missed twice. The smart move was to give up. Call for air support. Let someone else handle it. But air support was 20 minutes out. The platoon didn't have 20 minutes. Emily closed her right eye. The glass eye. The useless one. Focused everything on her left. Her good eye. The only eye that mattered. She watched the wind. Not with her eyes. With her skin. Her instincts. The way her father taught her. The way she'd learned to compensate for 21 years. She wasn't seeing more than other snipers. She was seeing differently. And sometimes that's better. Emily breathed out. Squeezed the trigger. The round left the barrel. Traveled for 3 full seconds. Dropped. Curved. Compensated for wind and gravity and the rotation of the earth. And hit the Taliban commander in the head. 1,200 meters. Perfect shot. The commander dropped. The radio went silent. The reinforcements never came. And the platoon survived. The radio exploded with cheers. Ghost. Holy shit. How did you? 1,200 meters. Impossible shot. She actually, Martinez's voice cut through. Quiet. Stunned. No way. There's no way. Emily packed up her rifle. Started moving back to base. Williams followed. Ghost, that was incredible. Best shot I've ever seen. Emily nodded. Said nothing. Because what could she say? That she'd been making impossible shots her entire career? That losing half her vision made her better, not worse? That every doubt, every joke, every accusation was wrong? They wouldn't believe her. They never did. Back at base, the platoon surrounded her. Questions. Congratulations. Disbelief. Martinez stood apart. Arms crossed. I want to see your eye. Everyone went quiet. Emily looked at him. What? Your eye. I want to see it. Because nobody makes that shot. Not at 1,200 meters. Not with that wind. Not unless. He didn't finish. Emily knew what he was thinking. Cybernetics. Enhancement. Cheating. Some kind of advantage that explained how a woman could be that good. Emily stared at Martinez. 2 years of this. 2 years of doubt. 2 years of proving herself over and over and it never being enough. She was tired. Tired of hiding. Tired of being questioned. Tired of being treated like a fraud. She reached up. Popped out her right eye. The glass prosthetic came free with a soft click. The platoon went silent. Stare. Martinez took a step back. His face went pale. Emily held the glass eye in her palm. Let them see. This is why you don't believe me, she said quietly. Because you think a sniper needs 2 eyes. You think seeing more means shooting better. You're wrong. She turned the prosthetic over. Perfect replica. Blue iris. Realistic veins. Nobody had noticed in 2 years. I lost my eye when I was 7. Firework accident. I've been shooting with one eye my entire life. Depth perception? Gone. Peripheral vision? Cut in half. But you know what I gained? Focus. Patience. The ability to see what matters and ignore what doesn't. While you're processing twice the visual information, I'm processing exactly what I need. While you're distracted by depth and motion and peripheral movement, I'm locked on target. One eye. One focus. One shot. She put the glass eye back in. The socket accepted it with practiced ease. Emily looked at Martinez. 89 confirmed kills. Every single one documented. Every single one with one eye. You want to keep doubting me? Fine. But don't pretend it's about the numbers. It's about what you think a woman can do. And I've spent 2 years proving you wrong. The platoon was frozen. Captain Rodriguez stepped forward. Harper, why didn't you tell us? Emily shrugged. Would it have mattered? Would you have believed me? Or would you have used it as another reason to doubt? Martinez couldn't speak. Couldn't look at her. 2 years of questioning. Mocking. Doubting. And she'd been shooting with one eye. Better than all of them. With one eye. Staff Sergeant Williams broke the silence. Permission to speak freely, Sergeant Harper? Emily nodded. Williams grinned. You're the most badass Marine I've ever worked with. And that shot today? That was legend stuff. Glass eye or not. Actually, he laughed. Because of the glass eye. That makes it even better. The tension broke. The platoon erupted. Questions. Apologies. Amazement. How do you aim with one eye? How do you judge distance? How long have you been doing this? Emily answered what she could. Explained what she'd learned. The compensation. The focus. The different way of seeing. And slowly the doubt turned to respect. Real respect. Not because she was a woman who could shoot. but because she was a sniper who'd overcome something none of them could imagine. Martinez approached her later. Alone. Harper goes, I'm sorry. For 2 years I've been. He couldn't finish. Emily waited. Martinez took a breath. I thought you were lying. Cheating somehow. Getting credit you didn't deserve. And you were just better. Better than me. Better than all of us. With one eye. And I couldn't accept that. Couldn't accept that you were that good. So I made up reasons. Made up doubts. Because the truth, that a woman with one eye was the best sniper I'd ever seen, that truth made me feel. He stopped. Small, Emily said quietly. Martinez nodded. Yeah, small. And I'm sorry. Emily looked at him. 2 years of this man making her life harder. Questioning her. Undermining her. And now he was apologizing. Part of her wanted to stay angry. But she was tired of being angry. You know what the hardest part was? Emily said. Not the shooting. Not the disability. The hardest part was knowing I could never prove myself. Because no matter how good I got, no matter how many kills I confirmed, you'd always find a reason to doubt. Because you didn't want to believe a woman could be that good. And I get it. I do. This world, this job, it's built on assumptions. Big guys are stronger. Men are tougher. 2 eyes are better than one. And most of the time, those assumptions are right. But not always. And when they're wrong, people like you make it really hard for people like me. Martinez nodded slowly. What can I do? To make it right? Emily thought about it. Believe women. When they tell you they're good at something, believe them. Don't make them prove it 100 times. Don't assume they're lying. Just believe them. And if they fail, let them fail like you'd let a man fail. Not because they're women. Just because they're human. Martinez extended his hand. Deal. Emily shook it. The rest of Emily's deployment was different. The doubt was gone. The platoon trusted her. Respected her. Not despite the glass eye. Because of it. Because she'd overcome something they couldn't imagine. And in the Marine Corps, overcoming impossible odds is the highest form of respect. Emily completed her second deployment with 89 confirmed kills. She was recommended for the Navy Cross. The citation read, for extraordinary heroism in combat. Sergeant Harper's exceptional skill and unwavering dedication resulted in the elimination of 89 enemy combatants, including a critical 1,200-meter shot that saved 20 Marines from certain death. Her service exemplifies the highest traditions of the Marine Corps. They didn't mention the glass eye in the citation. Emily was glad. Because the eye wasn't the story. The story was the skill. The dedication. The 89 lives she saved by taking 89 enemy lives. That's what mattered. Not how she did it. Just that she did. Emily left the Marines in 2016. Honorable discharge. She could have stayed. Could have made a career. But 2 deployments were enough. She'd proven what she needed to prove. To herself. To the Marines who doubted her. To every person who ever told her she couldn't do something because she had one eye. These days, Emily teaches shooting. Civilian classes. Veterans. Kids. Anyone who wants to learn. And whenever she has a student who's dealing with a disability, vision problems, hearing loss, mobility issues, she tells them her story. Shows them the glass eye. Explains that disability doesn't mean inability. It means adapting. Seeing differently. Finding your own way. And sometimes, that way is better than the normal way. Because normal is just average. And average never made 89 confirmed kills. Average never took a 1,200-meter shot in impossible wind. Average never became a legend. Emily Harper did. With one eye. And that's the whole point.